Hey everybody, it's Ryan, and I'm here to give a overview, a review, and an installation. I'm literally going to install these wall lights and record it so you can see how easy or how hard. I think it's gonna be pretty easy though. These I call them wall type sconce lights. And these are a 2-pack of smart wall lights by this brand, which is XMCOSY. Xmacozy Plus. And it has a, well, I'm gonna give you a full tutorial of this, but this is sort of a modern-esque type look. These things right here rotate. I'm gonna walk you through this. It has a color code that you can adjust, which I'm excited to test that out, from 2200 kelvins. That's like the brightness from like a yellow white to a bright white. 2200 to 6500 K as far as the brightness is concerned, and then 16 million colors with a brightness of 1 to 100 as far as like how bright these things will go. So you have a whole bunch of natural to bright white, and then you have a whole bunch of different colors, maybe during the holidays. I'm a big fan of decorating the house during the holidays, whatever holiday season it is. And this thing is giving out 1400 lumens, 16 watts. So I'm assuming these have like built-in LEDs. You can do a light schedule, scene and custom modes, music rhythm. So if you're having a house party outside, you got some music playing, you can connect to that. And then there's some voice control. So let's switch the screen, and I'm gonna do an unboxing, show you what's in this thing. In full disclosure, this company reached out to me and they're like, Ryan, can you do a cool review? Really an honest review of these lights. And we want to kind of get your take on what you think about these lights. And so of course I said yes. And so I just want to make sure, full disclosure, I'm going to give a unbiased, honest review. If you've seen any of the reviews I do, I just keep it real. Let's switch the camera. So here it is. You got your user manual. I've already downloaded this. Pretty easy app, and there's some pretty self-explanatory instructions that are on there so far. When I look through this, you do get 2 light fixtures, 1, 2, and you get 1, 2, 3, 4 times 2 different sets of screws and wall mounts. I'm not sure if we'll need those. I might be able to do without them, but we'll see. Then you have some of these screw nut holders for all your wiring. This is a wired device. This is not a wireless type device. It does need power. So here's all your stuff there. And then it does come with what looks like a hex type wrench. And so that's that. Then here's your fixtures. Pretty nice. Pretty nice at first glance. This is I don't know, I can't tell if that's metal. Yeah, that feels definitely like a metal material. These look like they rotate, so if you wanted to have the light facing against the wall, you have that option. It goes all the way around this way. And you can see here, it doesn't go, that's important, it doesn't go all the way around. It has a slight turn to it when it goes backwards. So I guess from a decorative standpoint, if you wanted to have them a little offset like that. This looks transparent on this side as well as this side. So again, you can have this light exposed facing forward or facing against the house with sort of a glow effect. Let's turn that around. So you get 2 of these bad boys. And there looks to be some sort of button here. I think that's part of the activation setting. Maybe, no, maybe not there. That's this button right here. There's a button right there. You can probably just barely pick that out. There's a button right there. I think that's gonna be, covered in the manual. And then just to kind of get an idea before I get this thing going and I start installing, I want to see how easy this is to kind of get going. So this looks like here all right, so that's going to be your base. And so it looks like this part will get mounted to the wall while it's here. You have a hole to run your power through to here. It will connect to I don't even need the instructions to know this, but this will be your ground, and this will be your negative, and this will be your hot positive wire. I'm assuming, but of course I will read the instructions. And there's some other very sensitive lights here. I assume that have to do with the control. That's that button that's on the back side of this. So let's take these outside and get these things wired up and see what they look like. All right, so once you get your wall outlet, now again, I've using an existing wall outlet that I have on my house. And just to put things in perspective, the fixture that I took off was much bigger than this one. So again, this is just from a example standpoint to get this thing wired up. So if you see a little bit of a gap right there, or underneath, again, that is just this is just for reference. And so be very mindful if you're going to put these things in, the width of the hole that you might have behind this can't be too big. So for reference, this is about a little over 3 1/4 wide and 4 inches tall. So just be very mindful of that when you are maybe wanting to install in pre-existing holes or anything, because if it's bigger, then you might have some space on the sides like that, and you might have to modify the base or do some custom options. But just be very mindful of your amount of space when it comes to mounting these. And so what I've done now is I've gone and I've pulled my wire through, as you can see, and there are 4 mounting holes. There's a mounting hole here on all 4 sides, and the screws that come with this allow you to, more likely with a drill in all 4 corners, so this thing is nice and tight. Now this particular one is going to be wiring for 2 fixtures. This particular set has got 2 negative, 2 positive, and 2 ground, because this is going to the other light on this light circuit. And so if you notice, that's how I have all this wired. And so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the light fixture, and I have 1 white, 1 black, and 1 green, and I'm gonna wire those in with the provided screw nuts. All right, so once you get it wired up, you're gonna take the cap, you're gonna push it on, and you're gonna take these 2 provided screws, 1 on either side, right there. You're gonna take that screw, 1 on either side, and that's gonna lock it down, and then you can kind of manipulate, if you will, how you want these lights to be facing forward or facing back. And so if you're comfortable with putting wires together, all right, so we're gonna power this thing on and go through some of the instructions here. What should happen, yep, it should flash like that, and it says when it's connected, long press the button for 5 seconds. And so there's that button. That is right. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It says it will automatically enter the network distribution state after connecting the power supply without pressing any buttons. And then you have 8 modes. Now, right now I have the app on my phone, which obviously I'm recording right now. But it says short press on and off changes the scene mode. So let's just see what this does. All right, so that is the on gorgeous mode. Then we have that's another press. Reading mode's a different light. Working, that's more like a daylight bright white. Leisure. That's interesting. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's more of a green color. But oh, it's almost like it's a throbbing green color. This is red, green, and blue. So it looks like this is going to cycle through. I would think this would be a good one during the holiday season in December. You could have something like this going through all your colors. That's pretty neat. Then we have dazzle. It's more of a rolling color. I've gone through I think I've gone through every single setting. Okay, and that's back to, and that's back to the beginning. All right, so when you're going through the app, it'll say to find the device. And so once you download the app and follow the instructions, it has that option listed here. It says power on the device, power off after 10 seconds, and then power on again. So basically right now I'm going through the app and it's connecting to my Wi-Fi at my house. All right, so once you go through the prompts here on your phone after you download the app, side note, I use the Bluetooth option. So there's a couple different networking options, but the Bluetooth options seem to work best for me. And then it gets you to this screen, which coincidentally matches up cha-ching, with the instructions. And so I'm assuming, oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. That is super cool. Man, it doesn't take much to impress me. No, that's really cool. Then you can switch to color, and then you could do, you can change the brightness. You can use the color wheel. That is, me being a tech guy, that's pretty sweet. I'm sorry. All right, so I'm just going through the different colors. That's super, super cool. Then you have some presets here. Colorful, dazzling, night light. You just have your basic lights here. This would be if you wanted to, I guess if you wanted to do something that had to do with, okay, so when I'm talking, the music is going. So if you had music playing, for example, if you had outside and you had a party going, you had your music blast or whatever, it's gonna change. But if I stop talking, then it's gonna sit still, then it's gonna start talking again. That's pretty cool. Especially for me if I'm having to get together, that's, oh man. Then you have plan. Hold on, let me get that off that. I'm gonna drive myself crazy. Then you have your plan. So you can add, so this is kind of neat, sleep plan, wake up plan. So you can come in here and you can set the time of day you want it to go on and go off, and just so it's all automated and it works through your home network. That's that's pretty sweet. Oh man. And then you also have so you have your schedule, you have your timer. So if you just wanted to set just like a, you know, a actual time or whatever, that's pretty cool. The color thing is, it's pretty neat. Sorry, I can't get past that. And so that's what it looks like right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hook up the second one, and then I'm gonna start the camera over when it gets nighttime, so we can see really how bright this gets. And then more importantly, you can adjust these. So if you wanted to have some lights that were, let's just say, on your home, how that would look. Let's just say it's like during the spooky time of year. Let's say it's the end of October, and you wanted to have something that's a little bit more on the you know, spooky type thing for the holiday season. This is the first thing I'm thinking of right here because I love the holiday. So we're gonna pause the video, come back once I get both of them set up, and then we'll give you sort of a final look on how this works. All right, so it's pretty dark, and you can see these things are pretty surprisingly bright. I want to let you know that so you can hook this up to the Alexa app, and you can control it from here. So kind of show you sort of a wide angle shot here. So on my phone, if I wanted to power off these lights, I can do them one at a time like that, or I could, let's see here, I can turn this one back on, I can turn them all off at the same time. So you got some options there. So if you had your whole house, for example, set up like this, you definitely can have some home features if you use like the Alexa apps that you just saw there. And then again, some cool features when you have this on. I mean, I don't know if this is gonna pull up very good, but it's these lights are pretty bright. Let's see. So now if I go in, I can change these individual colors in the actual app for these devices. So if I go into the app for these light fixtures, then I can do some custom stuff. I can turn one off at a time. I can do this. I'm trying to do two things at once here. Then I can adjust some. I can do them both at the same time, or I can kind of get crazy and I can change. Let's just say I wanted this one to be purple. I wanted to be this and this. And also the lights look a little bit different because I have this one over here, both of the lights facing forward. And this one over here, I have one facing the wall and one facing back. So you can do a whole bunch of custom options. Going back here, Going back to this one, and I can change. I can have them match. I mean, you can do, and I'm just playing around with this thing, you know, so you can do a whole bunch of stuff. Again, using the app. So if you're looking for, I guess in summary, sort of a modern look wall fixtures, I would say relatively easy to use. If you can, you feel comfortable, all you got to do with these, you might want to use an electrician, but since these are on a light switch, I can turn the power off. You literally have 3 wires, white, black, and ground, and you can wire them up. If the measurements of the base fit what you already have going on, then you can get these to fix. Otherwise, you might have to redo the mounts on them. So again, if you're looking for a modern, customizable light fixture that you can do a whole bunch of different things and connect to your house, Alexa, or whatever setup, and you can do timers and all the kind of custom things that go along with it, these lights might just be for you. Hope that helps.